awesome, absolutely awesome.
Love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. It was well on par.
And good afternoon, everybody. Hope we're all having a good week so far. It is Thursday, the 25th of April 2013, and I'm here to review Iron Man 3, which I got to see at midnight this morning. And this is obviously the third instalment of the Iron Man franchise, also part of the Avengers universe, or Marvel's cinematic universe as such. So for this one, we've got Tony Stark after the events of what happened in New York with the Avengers, back at his place in California, in Malibu, California, and he's experimenting his new suit, the Mark 42, and it is amazing how he's developed this suit. It allows him to now control the suit just using his mind, but he uses some sort of sensory type HUD on his actual head that allows him to control the suit, so he doesn't actually have to physically wear it. You'll see how effective it becomes later on in the film. Obviously, him and Pepper, both now fully together, and she's obviously running the company as usual. Happy Hogan, played by Jon Favreau, is back. We go back to the 90s, just before the millennium kicked in, when Tony was in Switzerland. If you remember in Iron Man 1, Jensen, who helped him, pretty much saved his life by allowing for doing a makeshift sort of electromagnetic device that stopped the shrapnel from going to Tony's heart. So Jensen, we revisit him, because you remember when he said in Iron Man 1 that he has met Tony Stark before at a party in Switzerland, and how Tony is he never remembers anything. So there's that meeting there, but it pays good attention to pay. You've got to really pay attention to those first sort of 5-10 minutes of the film, because it really does become relevant later on. Tony himself is actually sort of narrating at the beginning of the movie. He's telling the story of his demons and such things like that. How he all started with the whole his business, and the the people that he meets, how they've kind of not influenced him, but how he's then be able to become the man that we know as Tony Stark. So, without trying to give too much away, because I know it's not out in America until next Friday, all I'm going to say is that, plot-wise, let's talk about the plot first. So the story is that there's a villain known as the Mandarin, played by Sir Ben Kingsley, who has been causing a lot of terror up and down the country. Not just in America, but outside of America anyway. Far East and all that sort of place, all of Asia site, Middle East even. Yes, not Far East, but Middle East locations. And then you've got Guy Pearce's character is a chap called Aldrich Killian, and again, I'm not going to give too much away, but let's just say, damn. Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts, she does play a pivotal role in this movie. There are moments in this movie where I sat there and I just could not believe half the things that I was seeing, because I just thought, wow. Now, don't forget, this film is directed by Shane Black, and Robert Downey Jr. and Shane Black have worked together before as well. And Shane Black, who we know really well as the writer for Lethal Weapon, watching this movie, it was just, oh my god, it really was amazing. It's comical as well. There are comical moments. He adds in. This is what I love about Shane Black. He knows how to add in humour at the right time. The film is serious overall. It's got a lot of emotions, a lot of heart. There's this little kid in the film who Tony bonds well with in particular. The interaction between Tony and this kid is just fantastic. When you see it, you'll see exactly what I mean. So anyway, as I say, how Shane Black just the way that the film is just presented is just brilliant. So as I say, the plot anyway. The Mandarin is causing terror up in certain places, and as you see in the trailer, Tony Stark's house gets attacked to the point of where Tony is left with pretty much I say he's pretty much left with nothing, but everything is up in here. You know what he's like. He is a genius. He is highly intelligent, so he knows how to look after himself. And it's where also this is where he meets this kid and how he interacts with that kid as well. And in a way, the kid helps him, which is really good. You have to just see it for yourself to believe it. And I tell you what is interesting as well is that because Tony is so comfortable with everyone knowing that he is Iron Man. There's one scene where he's with James Rhodes, and they're both in a bar, just having a conversation. Two kids come up to Tony, ask for his autograph to sign for this picture that they've drawn, and when something happens to Tony, and then when he goes outside, his Iron Man suit is just out there in the streets. It's just there. He just gets in it and flies off. It's just amazing that that's how comfortable he is now, that he knows that no one's really going to do anything to him, but he is that comfortable that he's able to just go out in public in his Iron Man suit and no one's going to say anything. It's that so everyone knows who he is now, so it's comfortable with that. But oh my god, what else? Effects wise, obviously we know it's awesome. If you did see the trailer, whereby towards the end of the final trailer, you see all these various other mock versions of suits, of Iron Man suits appearing. All I'm going to say is you guys are not going to believe what you're in for. That's all I'm going to say, and it is impressive. It really is impressive, and for you hardcore Iron Man Marvel comic fans, you will definitely get a kick out of this. Okay. So, what I will say is that what you see in the trailer is not what you're going to expect in the film. It's a huge, again, without saying too much, it's a huge misdirection. That's all I'm going to say. There is just certain things that I just didn't expect. But when you see it, oh my god, yeah. But the other thing I want to say is that with regards to Tony Stark and how he's developed this new chip that you'll see it in the film, right? He's got this chip that he's putting into his arm that actually, as I say, allows him to control the suit when he's not in it. But it's not just that; it allows him to control the suit in terms of he can put it on without actually being near the suit. So yeah, when you see it, you'll understand. And even the War Machine, or Iron Patriot as it is now called, gets an interesting look in as well. But like I say, huge misdirection on a lot of things. What you think you might know, you won't expect in the film. That's all I'm going to say. You will not expect. It literally, I'll tell you what, like I said, Shane Black, he knew exactly what he was doing. He surprised the hell out of everybody when we saw this film. But like I say, again, the comical timing's spot on. I do have one major plot hole to talk about, but I'm not going to mention it in this video. I will be doing a spoiler-filled video later on, probably either at the weekend or maybe next week when it's released in America. But there is a big plot hole for me that I wish that there was a bit more explanation about. So yeah, who knows? But definitely stay for the after credits. Okay, stay until the end of the credits, and the whole entire credits. So there isn't like a Avengers sort of post-credit scenes with a title sequence kind of thing. It's at the very end of the credits itself. So when you wait for that, trust me, it is worth it. It's funny, it's hilarious. You're definitely going to love it. So there. Also, because it was an IMAX showing, we got 3 copies of these awesome Iron Man 3 IMAX posters. This is designed by an artist known as Jock. A lot of people might know him as the dude who's done Green Arrow Year One comic book that Andy Diggle wrote, and this is one of the posters that Jock has done. He also did one for the Dark Knight as well, for the Dark Knight Rises even last year. So yeah, keeping this bad boy as a souvenir. But like I say, no, you guys go and check it out. When it comes out in America, you're gonna fucking love it. You really will. And for those of you who have seen it in the UK or anywhere else so far, if you post any spoilers down below, they will be deleted. Okay, so please, no spoilers. Okay, as I say, I will be doing a spoiler-filled review at some point, either later on this week or next week, depending. We'll see. And then you can then discuss all your spoiler stuff on there. All right, good. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.